Hey guys, welcome to my vlog called Wind Down with Ren. One thing I really wanted to add to my blog was to be able to read my blogs in case sometimes maybe people don't want to read, maybe they just only have time to listen to something. So I wanted to make sure that I wasn't missing that particular target audience. So here it is. This is my blog for Monday, November 7th, and it's elaborated on it a little bit more, but not too much longer. So it was entitled Failures or Lessons. I was in Atlanta this weekend eating dinner, and I overheard this young lady informing the waiter she had all the information in her phone to host an event. Y'all, I was probably being nosy, but she was also talking loudly, so I listened too. I'm working on my listening skills, y'all. Anyway, this young lady had pages and pages of notes down to potential hired employee schedules. I'm thinking, geez, she has way more information than some people who haven't have lunch successfully. But like many, what is stopping her and others from moving forward? This lady had the money, the business plan, and everything else, but she lacked the confidence to move forward because of fear. She shared with the guy she was afraid to fail. Can I be honest? There are several things I haven't done in the past or feared doing because of failing. It's a common fear, so I completely understand. But I'm in a season of my life where I'm more afraid of what happens if I don't pursue something and don't fail. Each potential failure is a lesson we learn of what not to do next. Those same lessons can be used to teach others from the mistakes you learn. We are currently living in an information age. People will pay for information that they don't know. I'll share an example of lessons that I learned and how I turn my mistakes into something useful. I turned my mistakes I made with my first book, Things I Learned Before I Turned 31, into my second book, my self-publishing secrets. I turned my mistakes into lessons, my lessons into a book to teach, my book into passive income. I want to be clear of what I'm saying and what I'm not saying. I'm not saying start something without a plan, but also don't not start something because it's not perfect. No one is perfect but God. Think about all the people who are waiting for you to execute your ideas, gifts, and talents into this earth. From publishing my first book, I can now see fruit. I'm not boasting in myself at all. I'm boasting in God. I'm grateful God gave me the ability to create books to give him glory. Since I've moved past the fear, I've self-published 5 items and helped others self-publish their books too. In closing, my prayer is that we all get busy in this season executing what God has given us to give him glory and to bless others. So that was a true story from last weekend, and I was coming from a conference and I was just on a high, like I have so much stuff to get done. I need to just move forward. And that's really still how I feel, which is why I'm doing this vlog. Like, how can I reach more people? But if I never did my first blog because it wasn't perfect, this blog I'm reading right now probably has mistakes in it too. If I tried to wait for everything to be perfect, I wouldn't have any books, I wouldn't have any blogs, because I would still be waiting. Like, I've come to the conclusion that I'm not aiming for perfection. I'm just aiming to utilize all the gifts that I have currently in my hands, the resources I have in my hands based off of what God has given me, and use that to move forward and not be like just waiting or fearful, waiting for fear of the unknown. Like, fear of failing is like, the thing about fear is like you're fearing something that hasn't even happened yet. Like, you haven't even failed, so how do you know you're gonna fail? Like, what if you're successful? What if it works? It's like, you just don't know until you try. So that's all. My prayer, my hope is that whatever gifts God has given you, that you just continue to move forward, even if it's starting small. Like, everybody has to start from somewhere. Before I published any books, I started blogging about working out. I was doing a 60-day challenge, and that's how I started my blog. And it's turned into so many more things to propel me into my purpose, and I had no idea that I was going to be at this current point that I am right now. And there's so many other things that I want to do as well, but eventually I'll get there, but it's one day at a time. That's all I can do. That's all. Enjoy the rest of your day.